Live from the tank on the campus of the College of Staten Island, CSI Sportsnet presents NCAA Division II men's basketball coverage. In tonight's East Coast Conference matchup, the College of Staten Island Dolphins take on the Daemen College Wildcats in the first ever meeting between these two ECC programs. Good evening, everybody. My name is Joe Foreman, once again joined by my broadcast partner, Nick Durst. And Nick, the Dolphins come in struggling. They are 0-3 on the season. We'll hope to get things turned around in their first conference matchup of the year.
Certainly the Dolphins are struggling, 0-3, not the start that Coach Durant and his staff are looking for, but they need to continue doing what they were doing at certain points in the first game of the season. We saw them make a nice little run to get back in it, and Velasquez, he got very hot at some points, distributing the ball. We saw Austin Mick do a great job as a spot-up shooter. You got to look to get him open, because if he's open and he's shooting those shots, they are going to drop. He's a prolific three-point shooter, and we got to see what the team can continue to do with their rookies or freshmen, so to say, who have been pretty impressive so far this season.
Well, you mentioned Chris Velasquez, and for Velasquez, he has been averaging over 10 points per game this season while shooting 40% from beyond the arc, and the Dolphins have relied upon his leadership, one of a couple of returning players, four to be exact, and you mentioned another in Austin Mick, as well as the Dolphins' young players, which include Messiah Mallory. Mallory has done a good job this season as well, averaging 10 points and 9 rebounds per game, but the Dolphins, despite their efforts, have started off 0-3. As for the visiting Daemen College Wildcats, they have started off their season winless, or I should say 1-3, also 3 losses for Daemen. They did pick up a win in their opener. They have dropped 3 straight, including a couple of games against some tough nationally ranked competition.
Yeah, the Wildcats, they don't play around, Joe. They go for the tough schedule. They're all about, they're thinking ahead of tournament time. We want to make sure we get a high seed. This is a legit D2 competition here. Going to be a tough one for the Dolphins defending the Wildcats.
No doubt about that. The Wildcats have already faced the nationally ranked 3rd and 4th place teams in the national poll. Those 2 games were played to open their season in Texas, where they went 1-2. Then from November 4th through November 13th, they had 4 cancellations, got back into action against Mercyhurst. That was a defeat in that game, 85-63. Andrew Sisko with a big 28-point and 13-rebound performance in that game, and they will be looking to him to help them get by the College of Staten Island tonight. And behind us, the starting lineups are being introduced out on the floor, so Nick and I will step aside and take a break. When we come back on the other side of this break, the Dolphins take on the Wildcats in their first East Coast Conference battle of the 2021 season, live on the ECC Network.
Number 4, Kyle Harris.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours. In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Four team representatives will not be tolerated.
And we are back from the tank. College of Staten Island getting set to take on Daemen College in their first East Coast Conference game of the 2021 season. And as starting lineups have just been introduced out on the floor, my broadcast partner, Nick Durst, brings you those starting lineups.
First, for the visiting Daemen College Wildcats, number 2, Sean Fasoyero. Number 4, Kyle Harris. Number 5, Ryan Salzberg. Number 22, Andrew Sisko. And number 25, Ryan Bradley. For the home team, the College of Staten Island Dolphins. Number 0, Chris Velasquez. Number 5, Austin Mick. Number 12, Bryce Waterman. Number 23, Messiah Mallory. And number 50, the big man in the middle, Josh Vargas.
The tip-off goes to the Wildcats. Daemen College will possess it first as they visit the tank for the first time in the history of these two programs. Wildcats working it around the perimeter. That's Harris feeding it inside on the baseline to Sisko. He gets the kick out right back. 8 to shoot for Daemen. Ball back inside with Sisko, and he powers his way to the basket and lays it in off glass.
Sisko certainly going to be an issue all day long for the Dolphins as he comes in at 6'9".
6'9", 240 graduate student. The big man in the middle for Daemen College as Velasquez hits the jump shot off the head fake.
Nice job there with the head fake, and Velasquez is able to knock it in.
Good start offensively for Chris Velasquez. We mentioned him during the pregame. Has been scoring in double figures for the Dolphins on average so far this year. And Sisko finishes the short jump hook.
Sisko, once again, easily there, able to use his height.
It is going to be tough for the Dolphins to match up with him inside. This is Waterman. Bounce pass to Vargas. And Vargas nearly got stripped of the ball, had dunking on his mind, but he's able to finish.
Nice job by Vargas, the 6'8" freshman for Fairhaven, Massachusetts, able to still get that one in despite not being able to dunk it.
Back to the basket. This is Salzberg. Back out. And on the drive, that was Fasoyero, and Fasoyero draws the foul.
Dolphins foul number 0, Chris Velasquez.
Foul on Chris Velasquez is his first.
First team foul.
It is also the first team foul. Fasoyero's first free throw is good.
Fasoyero from Houston, Texas, so played a lot of his games in his home state early on this season.
His second is also good. Wildcats back out in front by 2. Mick brings it up for CSI. Hands off to Velasquez. He uses the Mallory screen, takes it to the rim. Kick into the corner for Mick, and he could not corral the ball.
Tough pass there for Mick to handle, and unfortunately it goes out of bounds off his hands.
This is Sisko. Back over to Salzberg. Salzberg kicks out to a wide open Sisko for 3. And the big man knocks it down from long range.
Cisco showing he could do it all.
That is going to be a tough cover for Josh Vargas. As we mentioned, Cisco at the top of the show. That's Velasquez for three, and that attempt is off to the left. Here come the Wildcats. Vasillero, left baseline, kicks it back up top. Open three for Kyle Harris is good.
Harris with the three. The Dolphins down here 12-4 early. And with the way Daemen College shoots the ball, the Dolphins need to start making shots here, or it could get out of hand.
Vargas screening for Mick. Mick on the drive, and his scoop layup no good. He had Cisco breathing down his neck. Here come the Wildcats. That feed along the right baseline. The attempt by Ryan Bradley no good, and it will be Dolphins basketball.
Dolphins here looking to stay in this game here early.
This is Mick. Wanted to get it to Mallory, but Wildcats were having none of that on the entry pass. This is Waterman. Waterman nearly lost the ball. Kicks out to Mallory. Mallory, defended by Bradley, finds Vargas off the spin, and Vargas lost the ball off his foot.
Vargas unable to control that one there, and we'll have a substitution. As into the game for the Dolphins is Michael Ashley.
Josh Vargas to the bench, and Michael Ashley will be tasked with defending Andrew Cisco. That was Harris kicking up top to Vasillero. His three-pointer no good. Mick has it across center court. Mick looking for somewhere to go with it, directing traffic from the top of the arc, and his pass for Mallory is stolen by Ryan Bradley, who will slow things down. Bradley to Vasillero. Now Bradley has it again. Feed inside to Cisco, and he draws the foul.
Well, when Cisco touches the ball, it's going to be a smart job to swarm him.
Dolphins foul number 34, Michael Ashley.
Dolphins foul was charged to Michael Ashley. That was his first personal. Second team foul, and we will have a timeout on the floor. So with that, Nick and I will take a break. Dolphins trail by 8, just over 4 minutes into the first half.
What's going on, Fit Nation? This is Brendan Guzman, your head women's soccer coach here at College of Staten Island. On November 30th, we have our Day of Giving. All proceeds and donations go directly to the sport or to the department of your choosing. We appreciate all your support, and we hope to see your donation on November 30th. Thank you.
And we are back from the tank. Dolphins trailing by 8, just over 4 minutes into the first half. And Nick, this Daemen College team has been awfully impressive early on.
Yeah, they've certainly been on a roll so far here this evening. Up big here, 12-4 early. And you can thank Andrew Cisco for a lot of that. 7 points here already for the Wildcats.
It has been a red-hot start for Andrew Cisco from the field. You said it, Nick. 7 points, 3 of 3. One of those 3 made field goals, a 3-point attempt, and Kyle Harris has added a 3-pointer of his own. The Wildcats already 2 of 3 from beyond the arc, and they will inbound along the baseline with an 8-point lead, a chance to go up double digits very early. That's Salzberg on the drive, and he finishes with the left.
Salzberg easily able to navigate through some traffic and lay it up and in with his left hand.
Dolphins trail by double digits in the opening minutes, and will look to avoid letting this one get out of hand. They have found themselves down big early on more than one occasion this season. This is Michael Ashley with the post hook, and he can't get the roll.
Good job by Ashley there, though, to not show any fear against the much larger Cisco.
It's Harris back to Salzberg. Now Bradley in the corner. Mallory harassing him. Bradley tried to take it inside, and that ball hit Fasciero. 10 to shoot. Jab step into a three by Salzburg. That shot no good, and here comes Chris Velasquez. This is Waterman inside to Mallory. Mallory, face-up jump shot is good.
Nice job there by Mallory to create a little space and take the shot and make it.
That's the first Dolphins basket since the 18:40 mark in this first half. That was almost 4 minutes ago. This three-pointer in and out from Harris. Fight for the board as Cisco and Ashley battle for it. And a foul was called. And that foul goes against Michael Ashley. That's his second.
Tough job there going against Cisco. Cisco being called out here by the Fanatics, and he's just laughing it off.
Dolphins foul number 34, Michael Ashley.
We mentioned it. He's a grad student, one of the players this team relies upon for scoring, and I'm sure he's heard all of it before. As Cisco tried to kick it out into the left corner, and it was knocked away by the Dolphins.
15 seconds left here on the shot clock for the Wildcats.
Nick McDonald entered the game at that last horn for Daemen College, along with Trevor Book. So Book and McDonald in, and that three-pointer by McDonald is no good, and Book grabs the rebound. 20 seconds to shoot for Daemen College. That's Harris on the three, and that one is good from the left wing.
Have to wonder if Nick McDonald is the son of head coach Mike McDonald. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it is a possibility.
Certainly could be. I'm sure that's in the game notes, very extensive game notes provided to us by Daemen College, a 40-page PDF, and we certainly appreciate that, as that three-pointer by Waterman is short.
Coach McDonald attended and played at St. Bonaventure, the Bonnies, in 1988. Bonnies are actually ranked 14th in the country right now in D1.
Wildcats have it, left wing, 10 to shoot. Cisco back to the basket, working against Vargas, and that's way too easy.
It's too easy, Joe. One spin and lays it up and in with his left hand. And he'll continue to be an issue all night long for the Dolphins.
That is what high-level footwork looks like on the low block as the Dolphins nearly turn it over. And that foul was committed by Salzburg.
And we'll have some substitutions here as Bryce Waterman is going to come off and Max Dillon Butler will come on for the Dolphins. And for Daemen College, Ryan Salzburg comes off. And checking into the game is Justin Johnson.
Mick kicks out to Butler. Gets it right back. Now Velasquez on the right wing, 10 to shoot. Velasquez crossover into a three. And Velasquez knocks down the step-back three.
And that is what you call a CV3. Nice job there by Velasquez to step back behind the line and drain that shot. Dolphins now down 10.
Velasquez has been impressive early in this season, and the Dolphins have needed all of his scoring as that kick out finds a wide open Kyle Harris in the corner. His shot rolls off the rim, and here comes Butler. Butler nearly lost the handle. We'll pull it back. This is Vargas. Right corner jumper is good.
Well, nice feed there by Butler. Vargas gets the shot, and again shows he's not intimidated by Cisco's size, and drains the shot right in his face.
Vargas, who stands 6'8", has a naturally high arcing shot, and he needed every bit of that arc right there over Cisco, as Cisco once again finishes easily with the left hand.
Yeah, Joe, looking at Vargas and Cisco, either Vargas is not 6'8", or Cisco is taller than 6'9", because it looks like he's got at least a few inches on him.
This is Mallory over to Butler. Butler jab steps and kicks it back up top to Mick. This is Velasquez again. Gives it off to Mallory. Mallory back to the basket. And we have a foul call. Foul goes against the Wildcats, and with that, we will have a timeout on the floor. So Nick and I will step aside and take a break. 11:09 to go in the first half. Dolphins trail the Wildcats by 10.
What's going on, Fit Nation? This is Brendan Guzman, your head women's soccer coach here at College of Staten Island. On November 30th, we have our Day of Giving. All proceeds and donations go directly to the sport or to the department of your choosing. We appreciate all your support, and we hope to see your donation on November 30th. Thank you.
Hello, esports fans. My name is Alberto Sanchez, and I'm the esports coordinator here at the College of Staten Island. Tuesday, November 30th is Giving Tuesday. All proceeds that you give on Giving Tuesday will go directly to any program you support. The esports program is looking to build the esports room here on the College of Staten Island, and all donations will go directly towards that if you use the esports link. Go Dolphins.
And we are back from the tank. Daemen College leading CSI by a score of 21-11. And Nick, it looked like this game might get out of hand early for the Dolphins, but on their last few possessions, they've responded well to a double-digit deficit.
Certainly that big shot by Velasquez, followed by the big shot by Vargas, keeping the Dolphins in it here. And maybe they can make some.
And there's a corner three from Austin Mick. Rolls off the rim, no good.
Now would be the time for the Dolphins to capitalize as the big man, Andrew Sisko, taking a breather on the bench.
And that one is rejected on the inside by Mallory. And Justin Hemphill stifled underneath, but the Dolphins immediately turn the ball over.
And we'll take a quick look at that rejection there by Mallory on Hemphill.
Mallory coming in from the blind side. Hemphill had no idea that he was there. As for Justin Hemphill, he came in following that last timeout. This is Johnson. Back over to Fasayiro, and his pull-up is no good. Here come the Dolphins back the other way. This is Butler. Butler takes it into the paint, nearly lost his footing, and can't finish the runner.
Butler unable to finish there with his left hand.
This is Fasayiro for Johnson. Corner three-pointer by Trevor Book, a bit long and rebounded by Mallory.
Good job there by Mallory to get that rebound with Nick McDonald creeping in behind him.
That's Mallory on the mid-range shot, and it rolls off the rim. And Dolphins right now failing to capitalize on some missed open looks by Daemen. And I don't think Hemphill was expecting the ball there as he was off balance when he received that pass and turned it over. Play getting a bit sloppy here as Butler looks to take it inside. This is Mick, right wing three. Is good. Austin Mick from downtown, and the Dolphins are back within 7.
Mick's loving it. His first three-pointer of the game. Need a lot more of those if you are the Dolphins.
Dolphins serving up a Mickey three right there. As that one looked like it was going to be well short without the contact, but Butler did not allow Nick McDonald any room to land, and he will head to the line for 3 shots.
A nice Mickey three, and the more Mickey threes we see, the more Happy Meals that will be dished out. And the prize, of course, Joe, will be a big victory.
At the line in a silent tank is Nick McDonald, and he hits the first of 2 free throws, make it 3 from the line. 2 more to come from the stripe for McDonald. Second free throw up and good. And you were correct, Nick. Nick McDonald is indeed the son of head coach Mike McDonald. So a special thank you to Daemen College for providing us with those game notes.
Excellent game notes. And it's interesting that Nick McDonald originally attended Niagara University and for whatever reason didn't work out. And he said, you know what, I'm going to come play for my father with Daemen College.
Mike McDonald in his 8th season as the head coach of the Wildcats. His team now leads by 10. 9:14 to go in the first half. And the Wildcats now looking to trap the Dolphins, but Mallory able to get it up to Velasquez. That's Armas for 3, too strong. And the rebound goes to Salzburg. And McDonald is stuffed on that three-point attempt by Messiah Mallory.
Mallory's second block of the game.
Mallory's done a great job defensively and on the boards early in this game, and right now he's tasked with guarding Andrew Sisko. Kick out to McDonald in the corner. He takes it inside. Now hands off to Atkins, and that will be an offensive foul.
Good job there by Velasquez to draw the foul, and good job there by the Dolphins overall to not let Sisko touch the ball.
And we do apologize for the issues with our camera feed, as it appears as if right now our camera has been restored. We'll check on that during the next break, as we're not sure what caused that brief loss of our video feed. Fortunately, we do have a monitor to our left during today's broadcast, so that would be brought to our attention immediately, as Velasquez with 5 to shoot, tries the fake again, and then makes a bad pass into the corner. Here comes Bradley on the break, and he lays it up and in.
Bradley has been all over the place here. The red shirt junior, 6'7", listed as a forward, but seems to be playing a lot more on the ball in this game.
This is Armas in the corner, picks up his dribble, and the Dolphins turn it over again. Here comes McDonald, drops it off to Bradley, and he lays it in. Wildcats by 14.
Bad turnover there by the Dolphins.
Those are turnovers the Dolphins simply can't afford to commit, as we have a timeout called. I thought it was a timeout called by the Wildcats bench, with the Dolphins possessing the ball. And with that, we will head to another break. 7:26 on the clock in the first half. Dolphins trailing by 14 points.
Hey, baseball alum, how you doing? Coach Morrow here. I need a favor. So come November 30th, Giving Tuesday, I need you guys to kind of chip in and help us with our spring training trip to Myrtle Beach. All of you know how much fun that is, and I just need your help to kind of donate. So if you jump online for Giving Tuesday, and whatever you can give, whether it's $20, $30, $40, that would be great. If you want to give more, that's totally up to you. But whatever you do, all that money is going to help us big time. And you know the legacy about spring training. The Myrtle Beach trip is the staple of this program, and I want to keep it going. But we need your help. So if you can give, that would be great. I appreciate it. And I miss all my alum. I miss you guys. The door's always open for you. We'll talk soon. Thanks.
And we're back from the College of Staten Island. Daemen College doubling up CSI right now. 28-14 in the first ever meeting between these two East Coast Conference programs for the College of Staten Island. This is provisional year 3 as they transition fully into NCAA Division II membership. And though CSI cannot qualify for the postseason this year, they are getting a taste of East Coast Conference play for the first time. A full ECC schedule for the Dolphins, and this the first of many East Coast Conference matchups this year. CSI trailing by 14 points as Mick takes the inbound. Working against Fasciero, trying to get it inside to Mallory, and Mallory finishes, or does not finish. I thought that one found its way in. Mallory has that layup rim out. And here comes Bradley into the paint, and he finishes a tough shot in traffic.
Bradley with, I believe, the last 6 points here for the Wildcats.
Bradley running the floor effectively as Mallory thought about a 3. Gives it up to Butler. He steps back and tries a corner 3, and that one is good.
Max Butler for 3.
Max Dillon Butler with a great job there to knock down that 3. Dolphins now down by 13.
Max Dylan Butler from the corner, bringing Staten Island back within 13. This is Bradley, and he's called for traveling.
No doubt about it, a travel. But he's going to get away with it. But not the case. Good job by the referee.
That Dolphin zone on that last possession had Bradley guessing a bit, expected to turn into a wide open mid-range shot. Instead, faced an emphatic rejection and tried to pass, but got rid of the ball too late as Butler, wildly dribbling into traffic, turns it over. And that layup missed on the break by Fasciero. Cisco follows, grabs the offensive board, converts through the contact, and will head to the line for one more.
Cisco with a quick 13 points here for the Wildcats.
Dolphins have had no answer for 6'9" Andrew Cisco in the middle. We highlighted him in the pregame, and with good reason, as Cisco has had himself quite the start to this game and to the season for this Daemen College Wildcats team. Cisco entering tonight's game, averaging 17.8 points and 12.5 rebounds on the season. He is well on his way to that tonight, as Mallory's hook shot is too short from the right baseline. Rebound to the Wildcats. Fasciero on the drive, drops it off to Bradley, and Bradley is able to lay it in.
Bradley with 8 points here at about the last 3 minutes, I would say.
Bradley heating up, and you said it, Nick, at one point he had several consecutive baskets. That three-pointer in and out from Velasquez, and ahead of the Cisco make a couple of possessions ago. You were right, Nick. Bradley had scored on 3 straight possessions, and right there, Cisco was rejected by Mallory on the second try, and Cisco just too much on the inside. He misses a shot. He immediately grabs his own rebound and puts it up and in.
Mallory with 3 blocks, so nice job by him, but ultimately Cisco gets it back and is able to lay it up and in.
Cisco now 7 of 9 from the floor as Luis Armas connects on a three-pointer.
Good job there by Armas to respond back with a 3.
Dolphins down 17 points as they feed Cisco on the inside again. He kicks out, but was called for an offensive foul. Fanatics still very much alive behind the Dolphins bench.
Fanatics, Joe, they're all sporting shorts in here, so true warriors in here in the tank. Very cold outside this evening.
It is frigid here on Staten Island tonight as Mallory's jump shot is way off. We are very fortunate to be inside on this Tuesday night, calling an NCAA Division II basketball doubleheader. We had a thriller in our first game as the College of Staten Island came back from down 20 points to defeat Nyack College 61-58, and the Dolphins here trailing by 19 points as Mick kicks out to an open Velasquez for 3, and that's short off the front rim. Rebound goes to Cisco. Here comes McDonald. Thought about a 3. Instead finds Harris in the corner. He drives. Fasciero tries to save it. Good effort by McDonald as he throws that ball right off of Austin Mick's face.
Tough break there for Mick. Takes that one right to the face, and the ball goes out of bounds off him, and unfortunately for the Dolphins, possession will remain with the Wildcats.
Coming out of this timeout, CSI will be trailing by 19 points. The Dolphins trying to keep this game from getting away. When we come back on the ECC Network, more NCAA Division II men's basketball.
Hey, what's up, Dolphin swimming and diving fans? This is Coach Acolytis here. Sending you this message to hopefully get the word out that we're doing a Giving Tuesday on November 30th. All the proceeds are going to come right back to the respective teams that you donate to. So my alumni, my family, my friends, and supporters of the swimming and diving team, please donate. We're looking to fundraise for some extra training equipment that's going to help us during the year when we taper and rest, and hopefully go some best times at the end of the season. So all your support is greatly appreciated. I thank you ahead of time, and I'm looking forward to seeing some of those names come in. Go Dolphins.
And we're back on the ECC network. CSI trailing Daemen College 39-20 as the Dolphins get their first taste of East Coast Conference play in this 2021 season. And Nick, the Dolphins have been playing from behind for most of this first half. 3.5 minutes to turn things around. What have the Dolphins done well in this first half to give them any cause for optimism?
Well, Mallory is playing very well defensively. He's got 3 blocks. So that's what they're doing well. They're also containing, if you could put it that way, the Wildcats to really just one guy scoring. Unfortunately for them, Cisco has done quite a bit of it with 18 points.
Cisco has been red hot since the opening jump as Michael Ashley comes off of the Dolphins bench and immediately knocks down the mid-range jump shot. Mick, Armas, Waterman, Ashley, and Mallory in the game for Staten Island as Nick McDonald knocks down the left corner 3.
Mickey 3 of their own from the Wildcats.
Here we have Austin Mick and Nick McDonald. This is Austin driving to the basket, and the layup is good. A nice move there by Austin Mick.
Austin, I know I said Mick, with the sick move to the basket and lays it up and in.
For Mick, that gives him 5. Hit a 3-pointer earlier in the half as well. This is McDonald into the corner. Harris open for 3. That shot is short. Rebounded by McDonald. Fasciero over to Salzberg. He takes it inside, kicks out. Fasciero on the drive, and he can't finish. Here come the Dolphins, trailing by 18 again. This is Waterman in the corner. Finds Mallory on the bounce pass. He is trapped along the baseline. Ashley with a jumper from the opposite baseline on the feet from Mallory, and good shot there by Michael Ashley. He's quickly 2 of 2 off the Dolphins bench.
Great pass there to Mallory. Mallory ends up in traffic and is able to find Ashley, who is open and knocks down the 2.
Ashley 2 of 2 since checking in now. 2 of 3 for the game as the Dolphins are able to save that ball. What an effort by Ashley.
Oh, we're definitely going to need to replay that at the next stoppage. What a job there by Ashley.
Armas tries the 3 and is fouled by Kyle Harris, and that gives us a chance to check out that replay ahead of these free throws.
Great hustle there. Ashley was already on the floor, crawls to it, taps it in with his left hand.
These are 3 big free throws for Armas, and the first of 3 shots is no good, but the Dolphins cannot afford to give away points at the line, need to convert on their free throws. And
well, 0 for 2 so far, so officially an unsuccessful trip to the line for the Dolphins.
1 more to come for Luis Armas. The other 4 Dolphins already in position defensively. And Armas goes 1 for 3 from the stripe. Dolphins trail by 15. This is Salzberg over to Book, back up top to McDonald. Fasciero left wing. He drives inside, kick out to Salzberg. And his 3-pointer is good. Dolphins may want to consider coming out of this zone defense, though I'm not sure how well they match up to these Wildcats man-to-man. This is Waterman inside to Ashley. Ashley takes it to the rim. Tough shot. And that's an air ball, but it is tipped in, I believe, by the Wildcats.
Well, Nick gets credit for that. Maybe we'll get a replay and see if it was, in fact, tipped in by the Wildcats.
Mick was definitely the last Dolphin to touch it, so he gets credit for the basket. This is Fasiero under 40 seconds to go in the first half. McDonald was open in the corner, decides to drive instead. Running hook shot, no good. And the Dolphins come away with the rebound. This is Mick. Mick, hesitation dribble, kick out, Waterman for three, and that's way too long. That's an air ball. 20 seconds to go in the half. Wildcats looking to run, and Fasiero finishes in transition. 15 seconds left in the first half. Dolphins trail by 18. This is Mick using the Mallory screen. Mallory, with 5 seconds to go in the half, will screen for Mick. Pull-up three-pointer is good, and Austin Mick energizes the building as he trots into the locker room following a made three-pointer at the buzzer to bring the first half to a close.
Well, let's take a look at those back-to-back Mick plays. First, we'll take a look at the tip-in if possible, and then the three. Well, we'll get the three first, so nice job there on the buzzer beater by Mick. And we'll take a look and see that Wildcats tip-in that Muck gets credit for. So 5 points for Mick there to close out the half.
So the Dolphins will head to the halftime locker room, trailing by 15 points. Our score 47-32 as TJ Tibbs communicates with us from across the gym. So we will welcome him onto the broadcast in just a minute. Nick and I will step aside for a moment, and when we come back, we will be joined by CSI Interim Director of Athletics, TJ Tibbs.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
What's up, Dolphin fans? My name is Joe Masher. I'm the Athletic Communications Coordinator here at the College of Staten Island. To my left is Joe Froman, the voice of everything CSI Dolphins.
Over the years, our CSI Sportsnet broadcast has captured some of our student athletes' most unforgettable memories. And each year, we look to improve our broadcast available to our student athletes and their families live on the ECC network. This Giving Tuesday, we're asking for your help to keep making improvements to our broadcast and to continue providing a full video archive of our student athletes' most unforgettable moments in the pool, on the court, and on the field.
How to donate? Visit www.csidolphinsgiving.com and select sports information. Thank you, Dolphins fans.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
TJ Tibbs. We do apologize for that audio issue. We should be good right now. As once again, Joe Foreman joining you alongside Nick there, the CSI Interim Director of Athletics, TJ Tibbs. TJ, thank you for joining us. And of course, we had you on to ask about Giving Tuesday. First and foremost, our viewers have been taking a lot of our ads from our coaches, making their donations. Where do some of those donations go for Giving Tuesday? What are we looking to accomplish in the program next week?
Well, the biggest thing is that we have Giving Tuesday next Tuesday, November 30th, but actually the link should be open tomorrow for people to start donating. And every dollar is going directly to the teams that they earmarked for. So each team has some individual things that they want. Some people want equipment, some people want experiences, some people want more gear. But the biggest thing is all going to the student athletes. Not $1 is going to anything that goes to the general athletic department. Everything is going to be earmarked for a cause. So if you donate, I know, to the women's basketball program, they may want a shooting gun or they may want to try to take a trip. If you donate to the swimming program, I know they need equipment that's going to help them train. So I think that's important. It's a good way to know exactly where your dollar's going to when you give. And, of course, as we make this move and continue to make this move to Division II, we have some rising costs, and it's a good way for people who root for us to feel like they have a piece of what's actually going on because they can see something tangible from the money that they're giving.
Fan support has been tremendous in the tank all season long. How about that electric comeback by the women's team tonight, trailing by 18 at the half, come storming back, crowd got so into it, and an incredible win for the Dolphins.
I'm going to tell you what, the women's basketball team, that's what you're going to see all year, every game. And we've seen it in the first four. They've been in every single game. They're 2-2. They could easily be 3-1. They could be 4-0. They could be 0-4. They fought in every single game, and that's a credit to their coaching staff. I mean, Coach Sarcone has her feet underneath her, no pun intended, with the recent surgery she has, but she just does an incredible job with Sam Spadaro and Kelsey Carey, and they do a great job with the team. They're a little undermanned or underwoman, but they don't care. They just go out there and fight. And the fan support starts with the Fanatics, the student section that we have, and it's led by the baseball team, but it's been a lot of different student athletes. We're getting a lot of kids from the dorms, and they're just coming in and having a great time, and really that's what the experience of being a student here is about. So I got to give a big shout out to the Fanatics, and then also we have friends and family that are coming and are safely participating in the game, and it's making this an electric environment.
So, as Joe fixes his microphone, we know that you are the interim athletic director, but you've been showing off your public address announcing skills the last 2 times here at the tank. Who are you channeling with that energy? Are you being like one of the Buffer brothers? What are you thinking when you're doing your PA stuff?
What's crazy is that I'm driving on the way to the game. I was really practicing. I just wanted to get it right, and it's just something that started as a joke when we were testing out the sound, and some of the kids like it and they get a kick out of it that I'm doing it. So anything that helps out, I'm happy to do. But I'm channeling myself. I'm trying to be my best self. I got to improve. I got some good feedback from the last time, so hopefully I get some better feedback for this time.
As someone who's been on public address, I can tell you that good feedback is certainly Mark did a great job on public address. But you actually mentioned something I wanted to touch on. We've been pushing the Fanatics quite a bit on our broadcast, and it turns out that I actually referred to our fans as the Fanatics before that fan section came to life. So it was a very good tie-in. What can we expect from the Fanatics moving forward this season? I know we have some great ideas coming. Are there any of those you can share with us, or are those going to remain a secret for now?
Yeah, I'll keep some of it a secret, but I know we're going to get them T-shirts so they look uniform up there, and we'll be happy to give T-shirts to anybody who's going to come and stand in the student section and go crazy. And the one thing I tell them before every game is don't say anything that you wouldn't say to your mother or you wouldn't say to your sister. Be respectful, but this is college athletics. I mean, when we go to other places, we got fans screaming at us, and we want to create an environment that makes it a tough place to play. So we're going to get some really cool T-shirts designed by Joe Balella. He did a really good job. We're starting some traditions of playing some certain songs at certain times in the game. So after every third quarter or after the under 12 timeout, you're always going to hear Sweet Caroline. It's kind of a personal favorite of mine, selfishly, but you're just going to see, we want this to be a fun event. We want this to be a party every single time that you come here, and we want to be respectful. We want to treat the guests with respect, but we want to give them a tough time while they're on the court and give our team a little bit of advantage when we can.
And one more thing to note is that the men's alumni basketball game will be returning. Why don't you give our listeners and viewers some details on that?
I need the mic, baby. I need the mic. Listen, December 11th, we got the men's basketball alumni game. If any men's basketball alumni out there right now, y'all been off the hook the last 4 years. I've been coaching, so I've never played in the game. This year, I'm coming for buckets. I'm just letting y'all know. I've already been training twice a day. I'm putting up 400 jump shots a day, and I'm taking on all challenges. I'm guarding 94 feet. I'm waiting for John Cali, for Michael Stewart, for Blue Chief Al Brun. I'm waiting for everybody. Jordan Young, I'm guarding people in the post. What else y'all need to hear? I'm guarding anybody that comes. All right, so this is my wrestling promo. I'm in the game this year. Anybody who used to play for me's got a free chance to get a free shot at me on the court legally. All right, but y'all got to guard up on the other end. So December 11th, we got the game. We play Malloy. And hopefully, as always, our men's alumni show out and show up. And we're going to have a great time. But I'm going for 30. I'm not passing, and I'm going for 30. Because I got 4 years of frustration that I need to get out on the basketball game. Need anything else from me?
That's all good, TJ. And that is a great way to wrap up our halftime interview. And we hope to bring you that men's alumni game here on CSI Sportsnet as well. So there will be video evidence that we have to back up everything you just said. We'll see if you can make it happen come the men's alumni game. But when we come back, the second half of today's men's basketball contest between the College of Staten Island and Daemen College. More NCAA Division II basketball after this break.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
When your car is damaged, where you take it is your decision. But insurance companies would like you to think otherwise. While they may have a lot of pull, it may not always be in the best interest of your car. Your car will be fixed right and on time. What insurance company can argue with that?
Call Dependable Auto Body at 718-447-4898.
Hi, Meals on Wheels. I'm Marco. I'm a college student, and I volunteer as a driver for Meals on Wheels. I think it's awesome meeting these people. I mean, they're so interesting. They've had so many wonderful experiences in life. Your community helps to raise you up into the person that you become. Meals on Wheels is a great way to give back to that community.
Hobra, a taco joint, Staten Island, where we're proud to have shared our family-first spirit with people from throughout New York City and the world. With indoor dining available both at the bar and on the floor. Or step outside for additional seating and an outdoor bar. Serving beer that's crisp, ice cold, and worthy of a day at the beach. Cocktails that explode with flavor. And great food made with the freshest and healthiest ingredients available. Events feature food and drink specials. Live music. And the best of Staten Island nightlife. Your CSI Student ID saves you 10% on your dining order at Hobra. Visit us at 412 Forest Avenue, Staten Island.
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back. When you want to talk, I'm here.
The Kettle Black on Staten Island, a top 5 wing joint in America by Food and Wine magazine. Serving daily lunch and dinner at the bar or on the floor. Perfect for family and group parties with top shelf drink and delicious food. great times with good friends. Live sports and watch parties. To Staten Island's hottest nightlife. The Kettle Black features live music and DJs weekly. The Kettle Black features daily and nightly food and drink specials. The best Staten Island has to offer is at the Kettle Black. We'll see you there at the Kettle Black, located on 415 Forest Avenue, Staten Island.
You can stop to make sure someone is okay. Get in the way and disrupt the situation.
Notify an authority.
Or walk them home safely.
We can change the language around rape.
We can make campuses safer for our teammates, our friends, and our classmates.
We cannot be bystanders.
Taking action isn't always easy, but it's on us
to intervene.
Because we can.
Learn more and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Hi guys, Coach Garfalo here, the head softball coach at the College of Staten Island. We're looking for any little donations to help our softball program for our spring break trip to Florida. On November 30th, it's the Giving Tuesday. Please help support the athletic program and the softball team. Fins up.
Hi everybody, I'm Coach Ganchemi for the men's and women's cross-country track and field program. On Tuesday, November 30th, CSI is partaking in Giving Tuesday. Every cent will go back to helping our cross-country track and field program. Thank you for all your support.
And that's how they can afford it.
And
all right, Dolphins fans, it's time. You gotta get on your feet.
Are back from the tank. We do apologize for that brief audio spike as we had our levels raised for our halftime interview with CSI Interim Director of Athletics, TJ Tibbs. Talked a little bit about the upcoming Giving Tuesday as well as the men's basketball alumni game on tap for next month, and some bold declarations from the former Dolphins head coach and player, member of a Dolphins team that went to the Sweet 16.
We were wondering last week if he'd be playing in the game. Of course, we got an emphatic answer of yes, he would be. And that promo was incredible.
I would say his mic skills are certainly top-notch as the Dolphins open the second half with a miss underneath on the hook shot attempt. And Wildcats possess it, leading by 15. Has it top of the arc, and Fasciero inside to Bradley. His mid-range shot no good, and the rebound goes to Vargas. This is Waterman, right wing three, and that one rolls off the front rim a bit short. It will be Wildcats basketball.
And what a stop by our engineer, Nick Lavoda, who's able to stop that one with his hand and toss it back to the players.
Protect the equipment, #1 priority. Wildcats have it once again, leading by 15 as we await our first basket of the second half. Fasciero with the feed inside to Cisco, and he took a shot there but was able to finish despite the contact. This is Chris Velasquez. Take it inside the arc, hands off to Mick. He uses the Vargas screen. Mick back to Velasquez. Velasquez drives baseline and turns it over as he was looking for Mick in the corner. This is Cisco. And that shot, an air ball, one of the rare offensive miscues by Cisco in this game.
Cisco with 20 points coming into the second half.
This is Vargas, free throw line jumper, and I think Cisco altered that shot as Vargas tried to follow it and grab the rebound, but couldn't bring it in. That's Harris into the corner for Salzburg, and his three is on target. Wildcats now lead by 20 points.
Salzburg with an easy look there, able to knock it down.
Dolphins now trailing by 20 points. Clinging to life in this one as they look to avoid seeing another game get away in this young season. This is Mallory. Reverse layup is good over Cisco.
Cisco in disbelief. Doing that on him quite often. Daemen College, of course, back-to-back NCAA tournament berths, 2019, 2020, and 2021. And they expect to be back in the tournament this year despite the 1-3 start to the season.
Well, the Wildcats played some very close games early in the year against nationally ranked competition. We only touched on it in the pregame as we got on a bit late, but one of those games came down to the final buzzer as the Wildcats were unable to tie it with a three-pointer against West Texas A&M. They lost that game 69-66, but did have a chance to tie in the closing seconds.
And they did actually have some canceled games, so the record, not an indication of how good or bad this team actually is.
They also took on number 4 Colorado Mesa and only dropped that game by 11 points. So against two top 3 teams, or I should say 2 top 4 teams in the country, they only lost by a combined 14 points. So this team can certainly compete with the best of what NCAA Division II has to offer. And the one bad loss on the schedule for them came at Mercyhurst. They dropped that game by 23. And you mentioned the cancellations. As I'm not sure I've ever seen anything like this.
Unbelievable.
We'll have to talk about that come the next break. Maybe get a shot on camera.
Cut back to us, yeah.
As the Wildcats have the ball here with 13 to shoot. That's Fasayiro in the corner, and he knocks down another 3 for the Wildcats. And Daemen College has really shot the ball well from beyond the arc.
Fasayiro shooting very well in this game. Dolphins now down by 21 with 15:40 left in the half.
Daemen College, 7 of 16 from downtown in the game, as Velasquez will try a corner 3, and that rattles out. Here comes Bradley. This is Harris, who pulls it back out. Fasayiro into Bradley. Bradley, bounce pass into the corner for Salzburg. Cisco setting a screen there, but that really clogged up that left corner. This is Fasayiro for 3. He shoots an air ball right into the hands of Cisco. And Nick, is that an assist?
No, I would not say it's an assist. We'll have to check with the official score across the way, but I mean, it might as well be a pass because you know if you do that every time, Cisco is going to be there to clean it up and score.
Well, I was hearkening back to a question you asked me a few games ago on an air ball three-pointer.
Yes.
Whether
that one I think was a pass. This one...
Oh, you really did think it was a pass. I thought it was a rhetorical question, but nonetheless, the Dolphins trail by 23 points. And when we come back from break, we will show off the special delivery I just received during that last Wildcats possession.
It's from our sponsor, who happens to be the men's baseball coach. And you've been seeing him all night with his Giving Tuesday video. So we'll speak more about that once we come back from the break.
On the other side of this break, Dolphins trail 57-34 here on the ECC Network.
Hello esports fans, my name is Alberto Sanchez and I'm the esports coordinator here at the College of Staten Island. Tuesday, November 30th is Giving Tuesday. All proceeds that you give on Giving Tuesday will go directly to any program you support. The esports program is looking to build the esports room here on the College of Staten Island, and all donations will go directly towards that if you use the esports link. Go Dolphins.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor.
It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
A rare look at the commentary desk, courtesy of men's baseball head coach Mike Morrow. A plate of hot pretzels for Nick and I as we wind down here in this second half. Just over 5 minutes into half number 2. The Dolphins trail by 21 points. Messiah Mallory bearing that last basket for CSI to bring them back, I believe, to within 21. One of our scoreboards is not updating. Fortunately, our live scoreboard is on the broadcast. The score you see is correct. And finally, the main scoreboard at this end of the floor catches up, but we have a foul call.
First foul of the half by the Dolphins. Mallory fouled the big guy, of course. Cisco to keep him off the board.
Well, as Nick said, our viewers have heard from men's baseball head coach Mike Morrow several times tonight, and the link for Giving Tuesday is now open, and that link appears in each of every one of our commercials highlighting Giving Tuesday, which is a fundraising initiative taking place on campuses across the country. Giving Tuesday is officially next Tuesday, November 30th, but the links are open now, and that floater in the lane is good from Joey Atkins, but we do appreciate that if all who are able could visit the link and donate to any of the programs you are perhaps affiliated with or would like to support. One of the options you can select is to donate to our sports information department, which will allow us to make upgrades to our broadcast as Bryce Waterman knocks down a three-pointer, and the Dolphins are back to within 20.
It's Bryce time. Big three by Bryce.
We hope that by next season we can upgrade our Sportsnet broadcast to feature higher quality, high-definition video footage, and with your help, we might be able to achieve that sooner rather than later. So if you'd like to donate to CSI Sports Information, you can select that from the options on the CSI Giving Tuesday landing page. And once again, that link will be back on your screen throughout the remainder of the night during those commercials, as once again, the Wildcats answer a Dolphins basket with a three-pointer. This time it's Nick McDonald.
And if you missed our halftime interview with interim athletic director, Coach TJ Tibbs, I highly recommend that after this broadcast, you go back on demand and check it out. Very important interview. You hear a lot about the program, the direction it's heading, and why Giving Tuesday is so important to athletics here at the College of Staten Island.
You're absolutely right about that, Nick. It was a great discussion with our interim director of athletics, minus the part where my microphone wouldn't turn back on. That was a bit of a blunder on my part, but thankfully you picked me up. We got that sorted out.
Perhaps you need to go for a manicure there, Joe, to fix that nail situation.
Well, I think my nails were too well groomed, as I could not get the necessary leverage on the button to slide it upwards and get my microphone back on, but we do have two high-quality microphones. You, of course, leading the interview, had the high-quality mic, and we did send that microphone in for repairs. We have not heard back yet, so hopefully by the end of the season we have two high-performing, functioning microphones, and we can finally ditch this backup that we pulled out of a crate in our storage area.
We know for sure that you'll be tracking down the tracking.
No doubt about it. It's what I do. A lot of shipments leaving the Foreman residence around this time of year with the holidays fast approaching. This is Butler taking a baseline, kicking out from Mick. 8 to shoot. This is Waterman now. Butler in the corner, and he stepped on the sideline.
Joe, I like the way Butler's been playing here tonight. Obviously, things are not going the Dolphins' way, but he's been aggressive. He's been looking to make things happen. Had that nice three-pointer early, and he's 7 points on the night.
Wildcats lead by 25 points, 12 minutes to go in this one. And Daemen College appearing to be well on their way to their second victory of the season, but Messiah Mallory able to bring an end to that possession with a steal. Waterman tries another three, and that rolls off the rim.
Nice look from Waterman, unfortunately unable to convert on the shot attempt.
I was taking a look at the Dolphins' stats on the season heading into tonight's game, and remarkably for Bryce Waterman, 36 of his 45 field goal attempts entering the evening have been from three-point range, and on those 36 three-pointers, he's only shooting just over 22%. So the Dolphins certainly want to see that number improve, as he has attempted more threes than any other Dolphin by a wide margin heading into tonight. Austin Mick had the second most attempts from beyond the arc with 19. So with the Dolphins trailing by 25, Nick and I will step aside as we take a break. 11:35 on the clock in the second half. Wildcats with a big lead over CSI.
Hey Dolphin family, this is Coach Tardy from the men's soccer team. Coming up November 30th, Giving Tuesday. All donations will go directly back to our programs to help benefit our student-athlete experiences. We would really appreciate your support. Go Dolphins.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student-athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student-athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student-athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
We are back from the tank. Dolphins trail by 25 points, just inside of 12 minutes to go in the second half. Heading to the line for the Wildcats is Joey Atkins. And his first free throw attempt is good. That first made free throw gives Atkins 3 points on the night, and he nearly banks in the second free throw, but it rolls off the rim. Here comes Max Dillon Butler, finds Waterman in the corner for three, and that shot a bit too strong, but Luis Armas has the rebound. Austin Mick will try a three, and that three is good.
Nice pass by Bryce Waterman to Mick, and another Mickey three here, as he's got 13 points now, leading the Dolphins.
Mick energized after that last make, and whether his team is down 3 or 23, their effort has been constant. As McDonald tries another three, and Atkins with a big rebound there. He bullied his way in between two Dolphins and was able to pull that board in. That energizes the Wildcats bench.
Right now the Wildcats going with a little bit of a smaller lineup, because Atkins playing center. About 6'5", able to come up with that and knock it in.
Mick has it. Bounce pass inside for Ashley is knocked away, and it will remain Dolphins basketball. We're awaiting an inbounder in front of the CSI bench.
It'll be Max Dillon Butler to inbound.
Mick uses the Waterman screen and nearly turns it over, and Waterman had it, but he lost possession, and Fasayuro couldn't finish the layup, but once again, it is Joey Atkins who is there on the offensive glass, and his follow is good.
Atkins taking over the game in the paint right now for the Wildcats.
It's been a busy last few minutes for Atkins, who now has 7 points. Also has a couple of rebounds, both on the offensive glass. And Max Dillon Butler takes it to the rim, finishes through the contact and one. He will head to the line for a free throw attempt.
Impressive job there by Butler. to get to the rim, absorb the contact as you see here, and still able to lay it up and in with the left hand.
First personal foul.
Butler with that last basket registers his first points of the night. And the free throw is also good, so a 3-point trip down the floor for Butler and the Dolphins as we reach the halfway point of this second half. This is McDonald, left wing. That was Hemphill. He's looking for somewhere to go with it. This is Atkins now, working against Armas. Atkins tried to feed it inside to Hemphill, but that pass off target.
A rare miscommunication for the Wildcats here tonight.
Dolphins trailing by 24 points. The deficit at the half was 15. And Mallory nearly turned it over, looking for somewhere to go with it, finds Mick. 17 to shoot for CSI. Ashley posting up on the right baseline, and he is fouled by Justin Hemphill. Ashley will head to the line for 2.
Ashley has done a nice job tonight finding his shot. Mevenol fall, but this time it works out. He gets to the line.
And Ashley gets the friendly roll on his first attempt from the line. That gives him 5 points. And Ashley now has 6 with that 2-for-2 trip to the stripe. Dolphins trail by 22. 9:22 left in the second half. This is McDonald. Over to Hemphill. Back up top to Bradley. McDonald. Pass inside for Hemphill, and he's fouled. Mallory didn't like the call, but Justin Hemphill will head to the line.
Third foul on Mallory.
Dolphins foul number 23. Messiah Mallory.
Now Mallory and Ashley both on the floor
15 foul.
with 3 personal fouls and just over 9 minutes to play, as the first free throw from Hemphill is good.
So that's the first point of the game for Hemphill.
And the second free throw from Hemphill rattles out. And there's a strong rebound by Michael Ashley. He wanted a foul call and didn't get it. This is Butler using the Mallory screen. Butler, bounce pass to Mallory. Mallory trying to power his way inside as Armas tries the right wing 3, too strong, and rebounded by Hemphill.
Armas, what we've seen from him so far this season is when he gets his chance to shoot the 3, he will take it.
That was Hemphill on the hook shot. Rebound goes to Armas. Here comes Butler. Butler picks up his dribble, finds Mallory on the bounce pass, feed inside to Ashley, and another strong finish underneath by Michael Ashley.
Nice pass, nice finish, nice job all around there by the Dolphins as Ashley scores.
Hemphill and Ashley have done battle underneath several times over the last few possessions, and that is Butler committing the foul against Fasciero.
Dolphins foul number 2, Max Butler.
Fortunately for the Dolphins, Cisco is going to come back in the game, and Hemphill will go to the bench. Cisco with 24 points here this evening.
I wasn't sure that we would see Andrew Cisco again with his team leading by over 20 points, but with just over 8 minutes to play, the leading scorer for the Wildcats is back out on the floor. That was Bradley feeding Fasciero. Fasciero for Harris. Harris looked for the pull-up, instead kicks out to Salzberg. His three-pointer is long, and Ashley has the rebound.
Cisco back in the game, certainly with 30 points on his mind, only 6 away.
And Armas can't connect on the wide-open 3. That would have made things a bit more interesting, pulling the Dolphins back to within 20, and foul committed underneath by CSI on that last attempt.
7 fouls now for the Dolphins in this half.
And we have a media timeout inside of 8 minutes to go in the second half. So once again, Nick and I will take a break. Dolphins trailing by 21 points in their first East Coast Conference matchup of the 2021 season.
Hello, esports fans. My name is Alberto Sanchez, and I'm the esports coordinator here at the College of Staten Island. Tuesday, November 30th is Giving Tuesday. All proceeds that you give on Giving Tuesday will go directly to any program you support. The esports program is looking to build an esports room here on the College of Staten Island, and all donations will go directly towards that if you use the esports link. Go Dolphins.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
And we're back from the College of Staten Island. Dolphins trailing by 21 points with just about 7.5 minutes to go in the game. And Wildcats back at the free throw line for two, as Ryan Bradley will attempt to pair from the stripe. And his team with a very comfortable lead late in this one, as that foul was before the shot. So it was a 1-and-1 situation for Bradley. That is my mistake, as Mick finds Butler up the floor. Bounce pass inside to Ashley, and Michael Ashley has done some good work on the inside for CSI in this game.
Certainly. He's been aggressive, getting to the line here. Has 8 points, so a pretty solid performance from him. And Joe, I wonder if we're going to start seeing the emptying of the benches here within the next 4 or 5 minutes, as Bryce Waterman will check back into the game here. Luis Armas goes out.
No rebound has come easily for the Dolphins in this game, but Michael Ashley has 4 rebounds for Staten Island. CSI in this game right now being out-rebounded 35-18. And the disparity on the offensive glass, 12-2. Dolphins back within 19, and immediately Ryan Bradley extends the lead back beyond 20, but CSI will need to contend with a lot of teams this year that have similar size to this Wildcats squad, and they will have to rebound better to give themselves any chance, as the shooting numbers also favoring Daemen College, but CSI has shot the ball pretty well in this game. 43% from the field and 32% from beyond the arc. Not too bad, but they've allowed the Wildcats to shoot 52% from the field and 40% from three-point range. And when they're being out-rebounded by 17, allowing that kind of shooting isn't going to get the job done.
Yeah, Cisco's just been cleaning up the glass all night long for the Wildcats.
And Ashley knocks down another jump shot, and he's now leading the Dolphins, or I should say, approaching the team lead in scoring. He has 12. Mick still leading CSI with 13 points, but it's been a good second half for Michael Ashley. A bright spot in this game for CSI for sure, as Ryan Bradley scores again. Wildcats back up by 21. Just over 6 minutes to go in the second half. This is Mick. Mick tried the drive, has to hand off to Butler. Butler pivots, kicks out to Mick. This is Waterman inside to Mallory. 10 on the shot clock as Mallory almost lost the dribble. Kick out to Waterman, knocked away. 5 to shoot. Mick drives baseline, looking for somewhere to go, and he is rejected. But Waterman got the three-point attempt off, and it rims out. Fasciero inside to Bradley, who pulls it down. High pass. Kick out to Salzburg. That's Bradley, and his floater way short, an air ball. As Cisco can't connect on the hook. Tip in by Bradley is good. And the Wildcats once again lead by 23.
Bradley and Cisco, they've been quite a dynamic duo here today for the Wildcats, combining for 38 points.
They've also combined for 18 rebounds, 8 of those on the offensive glass. As once again, Michael Ashley knocks down the shot for CSI. Dolphins back to within 20. Ashley now leads CSI with 15 as he hits the three-pointer.
Ashley's got the hot hand right here.
And for Ashley, that was his first made three-pointer of the season, as Butler somehow managed to maintain his footing. He was fouled, but that foul was not committed in the act of shooting. It will remain Dolphins basketball. That was the 6th team foul for the Wildcats, and CSI will inbound from the baseline, and we'll have a timeout called by the Daemen bench, so we will take another break. Just over 4.5 minutes to play. Dolphins trail by 20.
Hey, what's up, Dolphin swimming and diving fans? This is Coach Acolytus here. Sending you this message to hopefully get the word out that we're doing a Giving Tuesday on November 30th. All the proceeds are going to come right back to the respective teams that you donate to. So my alumni, my family, my friends, and supporters of the swimming and diving team, please donate. We're looking to fundraise for some extra training equipment that's going to help us during the year when we taper and rest and hopefully go some best times at the end of the season. So all your support is greatly appreciated. I thank you ahead of time, and I'm looking forward to seeing some of those names come in. Go Dolphins.
And we are back from the tank. CSI trailing Daemen College by 20 points. Our score, 76-56, heading into the final 4.5 minutes of play. But, Nick, we've seen a lot of positive things from the Dolphins in the second half, of course, taking on one of the toughest teams in the East Coast Conference. Daemen College picked to finish second in the preseason polls. They've already proven that they're a very formidable team against nationally ranked competition. But the Dolphins have put forth a good effort tonight, especially considering the margins of defeat in the Dolphins' first 3 games.
Yes, and a very strong showing by the 6'6" junior forward from Atlanta, Georgia, Michael Ashley, who is heated up here in this half.
And if you're a member of this Dolphins coaching staff, you have to like the effort you've seen from this team in the second half. They have certainly not quit on this game, and plays like that are a testament to that point, as it will remain Dolphins ball following a double dribble by the Wildcats, and trailing by 20 points, just over 4 minutes left in the game. Both Mick and Ashley diving to the floor after that loose ball. The Dolphins chasing that play down from behind, not conceding the fast break basket, and they force a turnover. And even though a play like that won't show up on the stat sheet, it's something you love to see as a coach of or a fan of this team.
Yeah, certainly. The hustle's been there all night. We saw Ashley right in front of us earlier on make that diving attempt to keep the ball in. And you love to see the effort. And if you're Coach Duran, sometimes the shots don't fall, but as long as the effort's there, you have to be happy with that.
As I said before, the Dolphins haven't shot it poorly, just under 44% in the game. And foul committed underneath by CSI. Or at least I thought that was the call.
Stepped on the line there, Joe, so turnover.
Wildcats basketball just inside of 4 minutes to play in the second half, as Bradley thought about a three, instead kicks it back out. This is Salzberg into the corner for McDonald. McDonald back out to Bradley. Back to the basket, spin, and good defense there by Ashley to force a shot that caught nothing but the backboard. This is Waterman. Waterman inside to Ashley for the wide open layup, and Michael Ashley now has 17 points.
Well, Joe, I think this is his Dolphin career high. Only a few games into it, but great job here by Ashley to knock in 17 points so far.
Ashley perhaps making a bid for some additional minutes in this game as he grabs another rebound. Came out of nowhere to grab that board. Here come the Dolphins. This is Butler. Bounce pass inside to Mallory. He fakes the shot. Kicks out to Mick. Left wing three is just short and rebounded by the Wildcats.
Good luck there from Mick, unfortunately. Just unable to have it drop. And his point total remains at 13.
Well, despite that last miss, it's been a good night for Mick. Officially, Austin has 15 points, according to our live stats. And I tend to go with the live stats over the scoreboard. Bradley pulls up and is fouled, so he will head to the free throw line. But Mick officially 6 of 11 from the field, 3 of 6 from beyond the arc. And for Austin, this is certainly his best game of the season at the offensive end. Previously, his high in points was 11. That came against the College of St. Rose, but he only shot 4 of 12 in that game and 2 of 8 from three-point range. Most of his made baskets came very early in the game as well.
Certainly, it's been an up-and-down season for him, but he's been looking pretty solid here as of late. For Daemen, they're making some substitutions after this break. Trevor Book's going to make his debut in the game, but for some reason, despite being up by quite a bit here, Mike McDonald's going to bring back his big guns and his starters. Sean Fasariero coming in. He started the game at the point position, and Andrew Sisko, the big man, coming back in the game as well. A little bit surprising, Joe.
Well, Book did get in for a few minutes earlier. It wasn't a prolonged stint on the floor, but I think we have seen Book in this game. And to your point, Nick, I would be surprised if we saw the Wildcat starters get back into the game for the final 2.5, especially coming out of a timeout. But we will see once Daemen College breaks huddle, and looks like you're right. They're coming back out onto the floor. Vasayuro is anyway. And it looks like Sisko will remain on the Wildcat sideline.
I think Sisko is going to check in for
the shooter.
He's going to check it for Bradley, so he'll be waiting.
You're right, Nick. So Sisko waiting to check in, and Bradley misses the first free throw.
And where is Sisko at on points right now? Perhaps that's a reason why he's coming back in the game.
Well, officially, he has 24 points and 11 rebounds on 10 of 15 shooting. And for Bradley, it's a 1 of 2 trip to the line. And he will head to the bench for the aforementioned Andrew Sisko.
Justin Johnson also in the game, of course, with Nick McDonald, Fasayuro as well. And as we mentioned, Trevor Book. Brian Gomez in the game for the Dolphins.
Well, once again, thank you to Daemen College for their game notes, as I'm taking a look at some of the accolades for Andrew Sisko, and he's 4-time first-team All-ECC, a 4-time ECC preseason Player of the Year, 14-time ECC Player of the Week, an 8-time ECC Rookie of the Week during his freshman campaign, and a 2-time ECC Men's Basketball Scholar Athlete of the Year. There are so many different accolades on this list, but I went through some of the most relevant ones pertaining to the East Coast Conference, which, of course, CSI is also a part of. And this is not the last they will see of Daemen College, as Dolphins will face their fellow ECC members twice per season.
Tony Arnold checking into the game for Andrew Sisko. Came back in for about 45 seconds, but now he's out of the game. You would think he'd be done for the evening, but we shall see what Coach McDonald is thinking. More subs here for the Dolphins as well, as Patrick Daddio comes in from Michael Ashley.
Well, you spoke about, Nick, that perhaps the reason Sisko could be coming back in was for a points milestone. His career high, 47 points.
Oh, so not even close to that. Maybe it could have been an all-time career points thing. Who knows?
Career rebound high, 23. He was getting close to his season high in points. That came in Daemen's last game at Mercyhurst, where Sisko had 28. That was Brian Gomez down to the floor for CSI as the Wildcats were whistled for the foul. And That's going to be a 1-and-1 trip to the line for Gomez, who just came into the game for the first time. Also, Patrick Daddio in for CSI, making his first appearance. Tonight's double-double for Andrew Cisco will be number 64 in his career. 24 points and 11 rebounds tonight. One more free throw for Brian Gomez, and that free throw up and off iron, no good. 1 minute to play from the tank. Dolphins trail by only 18 points, and early in the first half, it looked like this game might get out of hand, but I believe the Wildcats' largest lead was about 25, and that three-pointer makes it a 21-point game. Biggest
Saeed
lead.
Osorio coming into the game for the Wildcats.
Biggest lead for the Wildcats, 27 points. Dolphins have never led. But despite taking a loss in this game, after taking a look at the box scores from the first three men's basketball games this season heading into tonight, I think for the Dolphins, especially the second half, this game was a step in the right direction. This is Gomez, nearly losing the ball twice, tries to pull up, and that one is good for Brian Gomez. So Gomez gets onto the board, and that should do it, as we have a whistle at this end of the floor. It will be Wildcats basketball. For Gomez, that's his second basket of the season. Daemen could dribble it out. They try a shot, and Daddio couldn't pull it in, so it will be Wildcats ball inbounding along the baseline. A bit surprised to see them attempt a shot. Inside of 10 seconds to play.
Travel.
And you could tell right there that Ziv Basden wanted to get a shot off. And with that, I thought that would bring the game to a close, but the Dolphins attempting one more shot. That was Max Dillon Butler off back iron. And the second half comes to a close. Dolphins drop their conference opener against the Wildcats by a score of 80-61. And Nick, as I just said in the closing minutes, despite dropping to 0-4 on the season and suffering another loss, I think tonight's game has to be regarded as a step in the right direction for CSI Dolphins men's basketball.
Well, definitely a great game by Michael Ashley. See if the Dolphins can build on that. Perhaps he gets some extra minutes. You mentioned it a few times, but overall the Dolphins, they didn't do such a bad job of shooting, but the problem was the Wildcats did a great job shooting.
And I think that sums it up pretty well, Nick, as Michael Ashley, as you mentioned, played very well. He had 17 points. Austin Mick had 15 points. The Dolphins, as a team, shoot 42%. And after the closing minutes, the Wildcats' shooting percentage did drop a few points. They were at one point late in the second half, shooting over 51%. They finished the game just a tad under 48% from the field. But for Daemen College, they shot just shy of 40% from downtown. The Dolphins just over 30% from three-point range. So for the Dolphins, they will have to step up the intensity at the defensive end and shoot just a little bit better if they're going to pick up some victories against some very tough East Coast Conference competition moving forward this season. So that will wrap up tonight's broadcast. And for my broadcast partner, Nick Durst, this has been Joe Foreman. And from all of us here at the College of Staten Island, we thank you for watching tonight's NCAA Division II basketball doubleheader. And just one final reminder that if you can, head over to the link that you've seen on your screen during our commercials several times tonight to participate in Giving Tuesday, a campus-wide fundraising initiative, not only here at CSI, but around the country. And if you'd like to donate to our operation here at Sports Information Desk, you can do that online at that link. And our next broadcast will take place the day before Giving Tuesday, on Monday, November 29th, men's basketball hosting Adelphi University. That game tips off at 7 p.m. If you can't attend the game, be sure to tune in live and catch it